All right, America. Y'all know what it is. Cha-Cha's thought of the week. So this one we're gonna call it the pedestal rule, and this is for everybody. I'm sure you all have been through that, but you might not have known that it was a pedestal rule. And when I say a pedestal rule, that's something that you have been putting yourself on, possibly. So let's start with that. So the pedestal rule. Every now and then, you might be a part of a relationship or just getting to know someone new, and you think that you see who they are, but you think that who they are doesn't pertain to you. Well, I'm here to tell you, America, but that it does pertain to you. The pedestal rule is basically thinking that because you are in their life and that you can show them something different, that you won't be a part of who they are. And that's false. That's false, America. Because here's what I think. I think that sometimes we give people that are selfish, we give them too much credit. We give them too much credit. And this is what I mean by that. For example, you can be getting to know someone and you can see them do something or act in a certain way. And you can say, you know what? That will never happen to me because I'm going to show them something different. I'm going to give them a reason not to treat me the same way. But America, I'm here to tell you, they are who they are. That means you put yourself on a pedestal. Think about it, America. Think about a person that you met and you were getting to know and you saw something about them and you said to yourself, that'll never be me. You put yourself on a pedestal. You've just done yourself an unbelievable disservice. You've done yourself an unbelievable disservice because it can always be you. It can always be you because they are who they are. Do not underestimate the power of a selfish person. And let me give you some examples. How many times have you been in a situation where you have told yourself, well, yeah, I know they're late, but it's okay. And then they do it again. Oh, that's okay. And then they do it again. Oh, that's okay. And you're like, the normal you would say, well, he's or she has shown me who they are. But for some reason, you decide that you're going to give them a pass. America, I have one question. Why? Why would you give them a pass? Why would you give them a pass to continue to be who they are? You know why? Because you think that you can change them. You can think that you will think that, you know what? And so what I'm saying, America, is think about it. Why wouldn't it be you? Why wouldn't it be you? Why do you have to settle for someone who has shown you who they are? You know why? Because you say, you know what? I like the way they look. I like his skin complexion. Ooh, he's got good hair. Ooh, she's just fine. She's just fine. But none of that matters. None of it matters. None of it matters. Because at the end of the day, when they have that choice between choosing you and choosing what they have going on, they're not going to choose you because that's just who they are. And you have to acknowledge that, America. You have to not lower your standards just because you like what you see. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk. So that's why I call it this pedestal rule, because you put yourself on a pedestal believing that they would never treat you that way. So let me give you another example. Let's just say that you see, you're in a situation and you see you're with that significant other that you're trying to get to know, and someone calls and they say, I need a ride. It could be a family member. I need a ride. I need a ride. And that person says, well, I would, but I'm not going that way. So you know what has just happened? They did not sacrifice for that person. It was not in them. It was not. But you know what you're going to say? Dang, that was messed up, because you might be that person. You might be that person and say, well, yeah, I got you. But what you're saying is that they'll never do me that way because I'll never give them a reason to. But I'm here to tell you, America, that can be you. That will be you. Not that it can be you, it will be you. But you've put yourself on a pedestal to believe that if you show them something different, that it will never happen to you. And that is just as false as it's going to be. So I tell you today, America, if you set a certain set of standards if you say to yourself, if he's late or if she's late to this date or to this function or to this or that, I'm not going to give them another chance. That's your standards. That's your standards. But for some reason, you lower your standards just for that. Now, I'm not talking about standards of I need him to make or her to make six figures and this, that, and the third. I'm not on that. I'm talking about the average average person, the average American, because it hits different. It hits differently. And what makes it even worse is that you can have someone, a bunch of friends in your life when you've been going through something. And you know what the first thing they'll say is, what you need to do is you just need to find somebody else to help you forget about what you've been going through. America, that is incorrect. What you need to do is fix you. What you need to do is fix you, because the thing about it is you need to hold yourself accountable, because they only did what you allowed them to do. But sometimes you don't get the opportunity to fix you because they tried to put you back out there. And if you have not fixed you and understand that you allowed them to do what they wanted to, you're going to fall back into the same situation. And I'll bet my check on that. So what I'm telling to you, America, is don't fall for the pedestal rule. Do not put yourself on a pedestal, because when people show you who they are, guess what? They are who they are, and you can't change them. Because the moment that you say it cannot be, that'll never happen to me, guess what? It's going to happen to you, because you don't matter. You don't matter, because they see something in you and they're like, oh, that's the person I want. I want to be with them. And then once they have you, then they're going to go back to being who they are. So what you need to do is cut that off. Cut it off. Cut it straight off. Humble yourself, America. Tell yourself, well, you know what? It can happen to me. Don't lower your standards because of some emotional connection that you think you might have. Because it's false. It's just false. It's just false. Why in the world are you not allowed to heal? Why in the world are you not allowed to say, you know, I don't know why I let myself go through that? Why can't you be that person? Why is it that the people around you want you to just come up out of the house and be better? Like, you know, you might have the ending of a relationship might be new to you. And you don't have that opportunity to understand what went wrong. But I'm here to tell you today, America, once again, ask yourself, what happened that allowed this to go on? And you might figure out that, well, you know what? I have to own this. I have to own this, because you only allow them to do what you let them do. And a lot of times you don't get a chance to heal and know you and be better about you, so you don't fall in the same situation, because you have those people. You have those people that end up in an abusive relationship time and time and time again because they didn't get a chance to heal and be able to move forward. And I'm not saying that every relationship is abusive. Not at all. What I am saying is do not put yourself on a pedestal and believe that it cannot happen to you. Don't think that it cannot happen to you because people are who they are. They are who they are. And you will not be able to change them. And I'm not saying this because I'm a great, guy that I'm a relationship guy that brings people together and all of that. I've been there. I'm only speaking from experience. And that's what it took for me. It took for me to say, you know what? I have to own this because she only did to me what I allowed her to do. I have to own that. And a part of me owning that was to grow and be better and be able to say, you know what? After seeing what I saw, you're not the one for me because that can be me. I will never, ever, ever in my life think I can change a person thinking that they will not treat me the same way they just treated the next man or woman. I will never think that again in my life because I know it can be me because, and we all say that. I don't understand. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. So what went wrong? You didn't do anything wrong. They just are who they are. They just are who they are. And I'm telling you, you have to own that. You have to own that you allowed yourself to be on that pedestal thinking that it would never happen to you. That I'm going to show them something different. Well, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter what you show them because in the right situation, that can be you. You will be dealt with appropriately. So all I'm going to say is if you've been in a bad relationship, if you're trying to meet someone and they don't line up to your expectations, if you've got a set of expectations that you expect from them, something simple as, I just need you to be on time. And they don't meet that, okay, sure, give them a chance. I have no problem with that. But what I'm telling you is put a boundary on that. Put a boundary on that because it matters. It matters. It matters. And if you can't do that and you think that you can change them, you have fallen for the pedestal rule and you will lose. You will lose because they are who they are. And that's all I'm going to say about the pedestal rule, America. And I'm out. Peace.